What's up, people? Well, this is it. We have reached the almost end of this adventure together. Um, this is the week in which you are working on your final essay. You have next week off, Thanksgiving. I am not requiring you to work on your paper next weekend. Next week, Thanksgiving. The school says school's closed, and we're not to assign any work. Okay. So really, you're going to try to finish your paper this week, and then after Thanksgiving, submit it. So this is really going to be close to our last real lecture. I might post one more lecture just to say, whatever. Okay, but like this is the real ending in which you are going to put forth everything to get essay 3 done. You've done your research, you've done your outline, and now you're going from your outline and you're moving into typing your paper. Okay. So let's get to it. Look, 1101. Here we are. All right. Go over pros and cons of essay 2, which I will integrate services and quotes. I'm gonna just briefly talk about that again over essay 2. Okay. And now you are working on your paper. There's no work, no lecture next week. I mean, of course, you can work on your own. All right. And then your paper is due by December 4th. All right. December 4th. Okay. So let's see. What I want you to first go over with you is what you're doing essentially with your outline. Okay. All right. Copy, delete. All right. So let's say this is my outline. All right. It's a task of outline, introduction. These are things I'm going to write about. I want to write about. Okay. In my paper. All right. What I would do is I would go through each of my points in my outline and I would type some. I would type. And then I would go to my next point and I would type a paragraph here. And I would type a paragraph here based upon each of the things that I said that I wanted to talk about. And as I go through this, I'm just writing individual paragraphs. Okay, I'm not starting from the very beginning and then trying to write my introduction, my body paragraphs, and the ending. Okay, I'm not sitting down and typing my essay from beginning to end. I am doing chunks at a time. Chunks. I'm getting all my ideas out because, there's two different things. There's the information that you want to get out, and then there is the creative and decorative writing you want to do to link it all together. Okay. So what I always suggest is that you start with your outline and you just work on each individual paragraph and chunk one at a time. You just work on that. And then when you have all those different paragraphs finally finished, all right, then you start. And then after you do your body paragraphs, you can go back to the end and type your introduction if you want to, and then go to your conclusion and type that. And then they're gonna feel like 8 disconnected paragraphs. But now that you have all the main information out, you change your perspective from being this, I'm trying to explain everything, to now you are the artist, you're the painter, okay? you are the person who is now trying to weave these paragraphs together to make sure they flow. Okay, your job is different now. It's like at first you have the mind of a builder. You're building a house. Okay, the house is built, and now you change your mind to now you have the mind of a decorator. Your job is to paint that house and to decorate the rooms and make sure there's a cohesion in the colors and the styles of that house. Okay, and so from going from the outline to having paragraphs, you are the builder. You're just building these paragraphs by writing out these chunks. And then when you are done being the builder, you switch to now being the designer, and you are working on making sure the language is good and that the paragraphs are connected. What do you need to? What kind of like transition word sentences and phrases do you need in between your paragraphs to connect it all together? So that way, then now the paragraphs flow into each other. Okay, that's the real process of you writing your paper. Go from your outline, write the individual paragraphs, on your outline, and then looking at those paragraphs, reading them, figuring out ways to make sure that they flow together. Okay, and so that way you end up with a final product. I'm going to go over a few examples of A, B, and C papers from 1101. Sorry, from SA2. Okay. So first, we're going to do A paper, SA2. This is an A paper. The formatting is correct. Zimmerman up here, last name, page numbers. Then his name, my name, the class, and the due date. Sorry, I did a huge sneeze. I paused to save you from that. All right. So we have the last name, page numbers, correct formatting. We have the sides are justified. And then we have our title, The Effects of Homosexuality While Combating Domestic Abuse. Okay. We have a nice introduction. I really want to focus in on integrating quotes. Okay. Look. Let's get down to the first source that he uses. Here we go. Okay. Once again, this may stem from the assumption that men don't experience a domestic abuse, period. However, according to Leonard Pertoni, domestic abuse is the, quote, third most severe health problem facing gay men, quote. And then we have the page number in which this quote was stated, okay? Now, in this parenthetical citation, it's just the page numbers. No year. I don't know why people are putting in the year something was stated. They're putting the last name and they're putting in 2018. Do not put the year. Only put a page number if a page number is provided. If you got an online resource and there's no page number, you leave it blank. Okay. This name, the name of the writer, is stated here. It's stated, therefore it doesn't need to be in the parenthetical citation. Okay. Now you see how this quote though is just fused naturally into the sentence. Domestic abuse is the quote third most severe health problem facing gay men today. Okay. And it's cited to Pertoni. I want you to notice the difference between that and this example. Okay. In this paper that says, in the first article I read, the association between video game type and aggressive behaviors inside of youth, a pilot study, they go over how much kids play video games and how it affects them. In the article, they state, okay, and then we have this quote. All right, so like this is written in first person, and that is not seen as highly academic writing to write in first person. Okay, it seems more informal. While this essay is written in first person. Oh wait, no, that's 1102. Essay 2, Essay 2, example. Oh, it was a PDF. There it is. Okay. While this is written in third person, however, according to Leonardo Petroni, domestic abuse is the, okay. And so just the language itself is more academic here in the reference of. And the quote is integrated more seamlessly into a complete sentence rather than this one where it's more clunky. In the article, they state, okay, but who's they though? There's only one author, Taleb. So like they isn't a correct pronoun for Taleb unless Taleb has expressed rather going by they or them. Okay. So and also here we have we need space. There needs to be a space between the quotation mark and the parenthetical citation, and then a period. Okay. And then here this comma needs to go right next to the Y before the quotation mark. Okay. Another example of correct usage of quotes is right here. So she used the BWS testimony to plead that it was self-defense. However, in 2012, quote, male jurors later revealed that, despite believing Green's testimony that she was bitten, they could not accept that she suffered from BWS. Quotation mark. Then we have a space, and we have the parenthetical citation. The writer's last name and the page number in which it was stated. Okay. Again, this is the correct format. All right. The quote is integrated into an idea, an argument made by the author. And then there is the correct parenthetical citation where we have the author's last name, we have a space, and then we have the page number in which it was stated. Also, go down to the works cited page. Petroni's here. It's the only source on the works cited page which is correctly cited. I mean, it's correctly formatted. We have this is called the hanging indent. We have the last name first, and then all the lines that come after this citation are indented. And this is the only source used in the paper, and it's the only source reference. It only needed one source. While this person, if we go to Taleb right here, look, there's a quote by Taleb. But then if we go down to the works cited page, there's no Taleb. There's no Taleb. And in fact, let's see here. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Okay. If we look up Elisa. Okay. Oh, well, it says no exact match. But when I look through the paper, okay, so here's this one, Godfrey, video games. That's here. Okay, but Godfrey should be up here because it goes A, G, R, because that's alphabetical order. Okay. There's R, right? But this period needs to be on the other side of the parenthetical citation. The parenthetical citation is a part of this sentence because it's the citation for the quote that's in this sentence. Therefore, the citation needs to be included in the sentence, which means that the period needs to come after the last name. After, okay? Taleb again, Taleb. So yeah, so like there's 2 quotes by Taleb, and there are no quotes by this person. So it must have just been something must have gone wrong here in deciding of the story. It says et al, which means that there's more than one writer. So maybe Taleb was a writer in this one, and the author just of this paper just put the wrong name. Whatever. Point is, Taleb is not on here, and Elisa is not mentioned in the paper. So you can't have sources being referenced in the paper that are not do not appear on the works cited page, and you can't have sources on the works cited page that are not referenced in the paper. Okay, there were a lot of people who submitted papers with people on their works cited page, but were never cited in the actual essay. Okay, and so that's a problem. Okay, I mean that's the problem. Let's see, is this 1101? Let's see here. Yeah, here we go. Okay, Robert Hunter. All right, this essay, low grade. Okay, it's got so many errors. First off, this formatting is all messed up. You can see because it's blank. If it's blank, that means there's inconsistencies. It means it's not all the same. It's not all the same. Now, if I highlight it, all right, still not the same. Double. 0. Okay. All right, now it's the same. See? It's all there. Okay. And then, like, for some reason, this is indented way. See how this comes up too far in? It should be on the same. It should be on the same level as everything else. So we gotta pull all this back. Oops, I didn't get all of that. I don't care. Whatever. Like that. Okay. The side right here is not justified. So when you go here, justify. Okay. Oh, look at that. The last name is not inserted correctly. It's typed in. That's incorrect. Which is why here it's there. That's incorrect. All right. Again, I keep telling you, you have to properly know how to insert page numbers. You cannot do it manually. It screws things up. It's incorrect. Okay. You can't just manually do it. So let's figure that out. Delete. Okay. You have to, again, there's a lot of people who are not doing this. You got to double click, and then you need to go to insert, and go to page number, top of page, the far right, and then type in your last name and put a space. Double click out. Now it's there, and there, and there, and there. Okay. Okay, if you wrote this essay, see all these red squigglies? That means that there's spelling errors. That means there's errors. So you need to do spell check. And it'll be easy enough for it to just tell you what the heck is wrong with your paper. Okay. So there's a lot of problems with the formatting here that shouldn't be. Okay. There's a lot of problems here with spaces between commas and words that shouldn't be. The red lines alone tell you that there's problems. So all you need to do is go through the process of fixing all that. Works cited page. Totally wrong. Needs to be on its own page. Okay, title. What is happening here? I don't even know what is happening. Okay. There. Actually, now it actually is correct. Kind of. Works cited. Okay. There's some weird space going on between this. So we need to go to paragraph. Look, it's all messed up. It doesn't say what it's supposed to say. It should be 0, 0, double. Okay. There. Now it works. It is what it is. Okay. It's the way it's supposed to be. So for your final paper, you need to make sure that you're doing things correctly, that you're inserting stuff correctly. You're showing me, listen, you made a 65 on the last 2 papers, but then you do everything correct on essay 3, and you get a 100 on essay 3. Then I'm going to go back and change your previous 2 essay grades to 100s, okay? So this is the time to show me that you get how to format a paper, how to insert page numbers, how to set up MLA formatting, how to use quotes, how to insert quotes, how to do all those things that you need to do correctly, how to do a works cited page correctly, how to cite a source correctly. Okay, you need to do all those things. I'm going to take the points off if you don't. All right, so please make sure that you can do that. If you have questions, you need to email me. All right, y'all. Sorry, I'm choking here. I'll see y'all later. Good luck and happy Thanksgiving. Bye bye.